Now, what baffles me is the most in modern day football is I don't know why big players, when they leave their club to another club, they find it difficult to succeed. I don't know why. And it's quite so unfortunate because the likes of Florian Wirtz and Rayan Cherki, when they left their club, I was actually expecting a lot from them because the season that they were bought in, Rayan Cherki was bought in Marseille. The season he was bought in Marseille, it was one of the, if not their best player in Marseille. And same goes to Florian Wirtz. He was the best player in Bayer Leverkusen, and not only that, he was also the Bundesliga player of the year. But when Florian Wirtz goes to Liverpool, I don't know, maybe because of the high expectation that is on him, or I don't know. But there are a lot of big players in Liverpool, so I think he's supposed to blend in well. But I don't know what's wrong with him. Now, I don't think he's a bad player. Don't quote me wrong. I don't think he's a bad player. I just think having to give player more time to adjust to some systems might just reduce the momentum. Because look at the momentum that he brought from Bundesliga. Now having to use one season or having to spend a season without any rhythm. I think next season when he starts getting his rhythm back, there might not be too many eyes on him again. And it will just be another Gravenberg. Because look at Gravenberg when he went to Bayern Munich. We thought he was going to be that spectacular player, but it was not that spectacular. But look at him again when he came to Liverpool. He picked again. Now, I don't know what's wrong with modern day players. To be honest, I don't know what's wrong with modern day footballers. Because take a look at Bruno Fernandes. Immediately he came to Manchester United. He started from minute one. He started and he has been performing so well since then. But Florian Wirtz, I don't think Florian Wirtz is a bad player because just look at the international break. See what he did against Switzerland. He scored 2 beautiful goals. Now, he scored 2 beautiful goals and 2 beautiful assists, which are spectacular, by the way. And aside those goals and the assists, even the way he plays in that match, I give it to him. He was the best player on the pitch on that day. And even the match after that against Ghana, it was not a bad performance. Though he was subbed off at minutes, I think after first half. When he came in second half, he was subbed off immediately. But even with that, the first half was not bad. So like I said, Florian Wirtz is not a bad player, but this season, it's so poor. This season is so poor. And again, we still have 7 matches, and they can still do some magic, And with this momentum that is bringing from the international break, I hope he bring it back to Liverpool, because Liverpool will be playing Manchester City on Saturday. So I expect to see some magic from Florian Wirtz. Now, speaking of the match against Manchester City, now that brings me to Rayan Cherki, another big player that I was expecting a lot from personally. Now, Rayan Cherki is not a flop. And he did not even have a bad season in Manchester City this season. I just think making it to first 11 in Manchester City under Pep Guardiola is very, very hard. But the couple of times that the few times that he has played has not been bad. Imagine, check the final against Arsenal. Look at the way he was playing with the ball at, I think, 80-something minutes after they've won 2-0 already. So he was enjoying himself. He was having fun, which is what I expect from Rayan Cherki. Now, Rayan Cherki did not have a bad season. I just think making it to Manchester City starting 11 is very difficult. And Pep Guardiola is a manager that once you make 1, 2, 3 mistakes, you find yourself right on the bench. Immediately, you are going straight to the bench. Now, with their momentum from the international break, with the way Rayan Cherki played from France in their last match, he was the star player on that pitch on that very day. He was the best player on the pitch, in my opinion, on that very day. Again, that France last international match. And Cherki was one of the, let me not say the, but I think he was one of the best, if not the best at least. He's one of the best. If we give them 1, 2, 3, it will be among the top 3 and not the last person. And that is that's also by the way. Manchester City will be hosting Liverpool later this week. That's on Saturday by 12:45. Now I expect Florian Wirtz and Rayan Cherki to continue the reading, continue the momentum that they brought from international break. Now, if they are not able to continue this again, I think it will be high time we start calling out these players. Because trust me, if it were to be Bruno Fernandes, all these Chelsea and Arsenal and Man City fans, they will be on his neck. But so far, I can see that nobody is talking about Florian Wirtz. Everybody kept quiet. Because he's not a Manchester United player. Like I said, I love these two guys, Florian Wirtz and Rayan Cherki. I love them. and I don't compare players, and I don't even check stats. I don't care about the numbers of goals they have scored, numbers of chances they have created. I go to football center and I watch them. I see how well they do on the pitch. And on the pitch, in my opinion, Rayan Cherki has been playing better for Manchester City than Florian Wirtz is playing for Liverpool this season. So far, you can take me to court, I will defend it anyway. On the pitch, forget their stats. Let's not even go there. On the pitch, Rayan Cherki has been playing better this season than Liverpool for Manchester City than Florian Wirtz has been playing for Liverpool. Let me close it there. Now, if you have anything to say it in my comment section. I will meet you there.